So a 4-pole simplex wave wound generator has 57 slots. Okay, so the question is, what is the coil pitch? Okay, so before we solve the problem in number 1, okay, so let's have some concepts, okay, so for our objectives. Okay, so si DC generator, so we know the definition. Ginagamit po ito, no? So for backup. Okay, so backup in case of there is a power shortage or outage. Okay, so si generator, so it has okay, two basic parts. Okay, so first is that the rotor. Ayan. So, and then the DC generator, no? So its definition is it converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. Okay, so we have two main parts of our DC generator. Okay, so is that first, so number 1. And so ito po ay tinatawag nating stator. Okay, so yung stator, so this is the stationary part. Okay, so stationary part of our DC generator. Okay, so the most important part of it, okay, so is the field winding. Okay, so dito sa ating picture, so yan po yung sample ng ating stator part. Okay, so this one is a field winding. Okay, so and then another, so ito po yung umiikot. Okay, or is this also known as the rotor. Okay, so rotor or the rotating part. Okay, so ayan. So the most important naman, so important part of the rotor, okay, is the armature winding. Okay, so again, this one is represented so in our figure. Okay, so armature winding. Okay, so yung concept behind DC generator is with the magnetic induction. Okay, so kapag meron po magpapaikot or may mag-excite, so sa field winding, which is a mechanical part, okay, so let's say parang ganito, so ito po yung conductor natin. Okay, so ito yung conductor and then we have commutator segments. Okay, so and then meron tayong supply dito. Okay, so pag meron tayong kuryente na magpapass through, okay, so meron tayong North Pole, South Pole. So ito yung permanent magnets natin. Okay, so this is the concept behind our DC generator. Okay, so pag meron po tayong current, so mangyari, may flux po tayo, tama? Okay, so and then through magnetic induction, so iikot po si coil natin. Okay, and then pag yan po ay umikot, so magkakaroon po tayo ng generated EMF or voltage. Okay, so mas maganda manood po tayo sa YouTube for some animations para at least mas may imagine natin so kung paano talaga gumagana. Okay, so si DC generator. Okay, so ang pagpupusan po natin dito is the armature winding. Okay, so dito po tayo. Okay, so in armature winding, so we have two common types. Okay, so I believe maalala nyo pa po ito. Okay, so we have your lap winding. Okay, so lap winding, so by definition, okay, so yung commutator segments natin, okay, so commutator segments, okay, so are near, okay, with each other, okay, or near commutator segments. Okay, so si lap winding, so ginagamit po siya for yung application na kapag maliit yung voltahe natin, so low EG, okay, and then high armature winding. Okay, so depende po sa application natin. Okay, so its counterpart naman, so we have your wave winding. Okay, so si wave winding naman po, okay, so just the contrast, so distance. So ibig sabihin magkakalayo. Okay, so yung ating commutator segments. Okay, so di ba sabi natin, so our armature is composed of windings. So parang ganito. Okay, so yung ating conductor is wounded. So that magkakaroon po tayo ng series combination. Okay, so from that, di ba pag series, so kinukuhanan natin yung total voltage. Okay, we add that. Okay, so by application naman, kabaliktaran naman dito. So pag ang kailangan mo sa generator mo ay mataas na voltahe but lower current, okay, use wave winding. Okay, so yan po. So that are the different objectives, okay, so sa ating winding or sa ating generator. So dito po tayo magpo-focus ulit. So upon solving. Okay, so syempre, yung mga parts na yan, so hindi lang yan basta-basta pinipin, but rather, so meron pa yung calculations po dyan. So para, kumbaga, konti yung loss, di ba? So parang sa winding natin, so dapat sakto lang yung higpit, okay? So ng pag-wound, para syempre, hindi mag-loosen, okay? Or konti yung loss sa voltahe natin. Okay, so yan po yung pag-aaralan natin dito. Okay, so the construction ng ating armature winding. Okay, so let's start. So with our first definition. Okay, so ito coil pitch. So ito nga po pala, for the construction, yung difference po ng lap connection tsaka wave connection. Okay, so si coil pitch, sige, define lang po natin siya before we solve. Okay, so coil pitch, let's say that is Y sub S. Okay, so yung definition po nito, so this one is the distance between two sides of a coil. Okay, so sabi natin si winding po natin, so that are composed or that is composed of series, okay, of winding. Okay, so of coil. Distance between two sides of a coil. Okay, so in terms of armature conductors. Okay, so in terms of armature conductors. Again, so yung mga application po nito is just the construction so of our winding. Okay, so again, para makuha po ito, so meron po tayong ginagamit na formula. So we have Y sub S. So this is equivalent to the number of slots. Okay, so divided by our number of pole. Okay, minus K. Okay, so yung number of slots natin, so yan po yan yung pinapasukan ng ating winding. So ito po. Okay. Ayan, so number of slots. So I believe, so nung college siguro kayo ay nag-project kayo ng miniature, no? Ng DC generator. Okay, so yan po yung may mga numberings. Para mga butas. So yan po pinapasok yung ating mga windings. Okay, so minus K. So si K po dito, so any fraction. Okay, so si coil pitch po kasi dapat whole number. Okay, so any fraction that will make, okay, so that will make YS a positive integer. Okay, so YS a positive integer. Okay, kasi si number of pole natin, di ba, sabi natin, so two sets po yan. Okay, it has a north and south pole. So ibig sabihin, dapat ito lagi even number. So si number of slots natin kasi, so minsan full number or minsan odd number, minsan hindi. Okay? So kaya ang nakukuha natin dyan sa YS, so sometimes meron pong decimal point. So yun po yung trabaho ni K. Okay? Pampaalis kumbaga ng decimal point natin. Okay, just like our number 1, so we have Y sub S. So equivalent to number of slots is 57. The number of pole is 4. Okay, so if we calculate that, so 57 divided by 4, so we have 14.25. So again, so though meron po yan sa choices, that is not the correct answer. Okay, so yun po yung trabaho ni K. So alisin mo lang kumbaga. So just remove the decimal point. So therefore, I will subtract 0.25 or 1/4. Okay, answer there would be 14. Okay, so letter D. Ayan. Okay, so unitless po, no, si coil pitch. Okay, so ito yung coil sides natin, no. Ayan. Dalawang side ng coil. Okay, sige, paki-take note. So that is the solution for number 1. So short ano lang po ito, short topic. So I think just 25 items or 24. Siguro kaya natin tapusin ito within 2 to 2.5 hours siguro. Yan, so idediretso na lang natin ito na, so para mabilis. Okay, so wag na po siguro tayo magpa-break. And so number 2. So what is the commutator pitch of a 4-pole duplex wavewound armature having 120 commutator bars? Okay, so ito naman. So again, this is for your armature winding. So upon its construction. Okay, so commutator pitch. Okay, let's define that one so pang-objective. In case na ibigay po sa board exam natin. Okay, so si commutator pitch naman. Okay, so sige, let's have a variable, so y sub c. Okay, yung definition naman dito, so distance. Okay, so halos kaparehas po siya, okay, ng coil pitch. So si commutator pitch, distance between two ends naman po ito. Okay, so kung si coil pitch, two sides, this one naman is two ends. Okay, two ends of our coil. Okay, so of a coil. Yan, so if this is the coil, so yung dalawang end niya, dalawang dulo niya, so ito. Okay, yung distansya nila. Okay, so we have a formula ulit. Okay, so commutator pitch, y sub c. So this is equivalent to, so we have c, okay, plus minus m, divided by p over 2. Okay, so yung c po natin, so this one is the number of commutator bars. Okay, so or sometimes, so nilalagay po ito sa problem as your commutator segments. Bars, ilagay na lang natin, or segments. Okay, so we're in. So yung M po natin, so this one is the multiplicity of the winding. Okay, so ito po yung mga simplex, duplex, quadruplex, and so on. So ibig sabihin po nito yung layering, okay, ng winding po natin. And so multiplicity of winding. Okay, so and then yung P natin, so alam na po natin yan. So that is our number of poles. So again, that must be even number. Okay, so we will use y sub c. Itong formula na to if our connection is wave winding. Kasi as we can see, no, in the figure, okay, so magkaiba po yung distance, okay, ng ating coil ends. So syempre mas mataas yung value, okay, pag wave winding, because of its definition. Okay, distance commutator segments. Okay, ayan. So kapag lap winding naman to, okay, so just the formula, y sub c is equivalent to, so yung multiplicity lang niya. Okay, m. Okay, sige, let's substitute. So since we have wave winding or wave pool, so therefore ito po yung gagamitin natin. Okay, so from here, so y sub c, this is equivalent to, so number of commutator bars, so 120. Okay, and then plus or minus, and so we have the multiplicity, it is duplex. So duplex means 2. Simplex means 1, quadruplex means 4. So 120 plus minus 2 divided by our number of poles is 4, and then divided by 2. Okay, so this is equivalent to, so 120 plus 2 divided by 2. Okay, 61, and 120 minus 2. Okay, so divided by 2, so that is 59. So therefore, our answer there is 61 or 59 bars. Okay, so from the choices, that corresponds to our letters. Okay, so yan, so direct substitution in our formula. Okay, so malayong madali po si DC generator compared to your last subject, which is polyphase. Okay, so formula based po yung gagamitin natin dito. And later on, so we will solve, okay, so DEG or yung generated voltage natin. Ayan, sige, paki-take note. So that is our commutator pitch. Okay, so next one, so let's go on number 3. Okay, so the difference between front pitch and the back pitch of a retrogressive lap winding is 2. If the front pitch is 21, what is the back pitch? Okay, kumbaga, si difference ng front pitch tsaka back pitch by its construction is yung pagdagdag lang po ng winding natin. Okay, so kumbaga, si front pitch, paharap yung pagdagdag ng winding. Si back pitch, patalikod naman. Okay, so again, so just the formula yung kailangan po natin dyan. So we have two formulas to solve this problem. So first, YF, let's say YF, that is our front pitch. So this is equivalent to Y sub B. Okay, and then yung Y sub B, let's say that is our back pitch. Okay, plus the difference in pitch. Okay, so yan lang po yung formula na gagamitin natin. Okay, so or we can also use Okay, so we have the back pitch that is equivalent to the front pitch plus minus 2m. Okay, so we will use positive if, okay, so we have a progressive lap. Okay, so paharap, pa-progress. Okay, and then yung ating retrogressive patalikod. Okay, so retrogressive lap. Okay, so let's solve number 3 by means of these two solutions. So unahin na lang natin to. Okay, so direct substitution. So we have a front pitch. Okay, front pitch daw ay 21. So this is equivalent to the unknown back pitch, so YB. Okay, and then plus the difference is 2. Okay, so from here, so our back pitch now, this is equivalent to 19. Okay, so from the choices, it is letter A. Okay, so if you want to double check your answer, so you can use the other formula stated dito. Okay, so using that, so we have still the back pitch. This is equivalent to the front pitch, 21. Okay, so just check kung ano pong type ng winding siya. Okay, so this one is a retrogressive lap. So therefore, I will use minus. Okay, minus 2. Okay, so ito po engineers sa multiplicity natin. So pag wala pong binigay sa problem, so we will assume simplex. Okay, ulitin ko po. So sa problem natin, pag wala pong sinabing m, we will assume simplex or that is 1. Okay, so therefore, since hindi stated sa number 3, so I will put multiplicity as simplex. Okay, so still our answer there would be 19. Okay, it is your letter A. Okay, so yan again, so that is just on the construction ng armature winding natin. And so usually mga makina naman na po no, yung nagko-construct yan. So advanced na, may technology na. Pinaprogram na lang po yan and then sila na po yung nagsiset, no, yung machine na. Okay, so kung ilan yung distances, so kung paano yung windings niya, and so on. Okay, so yan yung mga factors. Next one, number 4. So how many parallel paths there will be in the armature of a 10-pole machine if the armature is simplex lap 1? Okay, so itong parallel paths, so on the DC generator, this is denoted as our variable A. So ito na po yung may direct effect no later on sa pag-solve po natin sa formula ng generated EMF. Okay, so again, it is just formula based wherein, okay, so mag-iiba po ulit, no? So kapag depende sa connections niya. Sige, unahin na po natin sa wave winding. Okay, so at wave winding, so our formula A is equivalent to 2 multiplied by M. Okay, so again, so yung M, that would be our multiplicity of the winding. Okay, so whereas sa lap winding naman po natin, so formula po natin, A is equivalent to the multiplicity, so multiplied by the number of poles. As we can see, so dito naman sa lap winding or in terms of parallel paths, mas malaki yung parallel path ni lap winding compared to the wave winding. Okay? Mas malaki, no, si lap. So greater than or equal. Okay? So is the A of the lap winding compared to the wave winding. Okay, sige. So crucial lang po dito, minsan pag ang ginamit mo ay wave, meron sa choices. Minsan din, pag lap, meron din. Okay, kaya dapat pwede i-highlight na lang po natin kung anong type of connection. Okay, dito, so we have given lap winding. So from that, so A is equivalent to, we will use that one. So we have a simplex multiplied by 10 po. Okay, so answer there is 10. And that is letter D. Okay, so that is our number of parallel paths. Okay, so fortunately, dito sa number 4, pag ang ginawa ay wave winding, so wala po sa choices. But in some cases, ginalagyan po nila ng pampalito. Okay, always double check your solution. Sige, let's proceed number 5. So what is the average voltage generated in a moving conductor if it cuts 2.5 times 10 raised to 6 Maxwells in 1/40 second? So sabi po natin kanina, so the concept behind DC generator is magnetic induction. So therefore, so ano po ang unit natin sa volts? Ano ang unit ng voltage natin sa magnetic induction based on your circuits 3 and 4? Part 3 and part 4. Okay, so di ba si volts in magnetic circuits, that is also equivalent to Weber per second. So meaning, so yung formula po natin using unit analysis, it involves the flux and then the time. Okay? So yung average voltage po natin, so its formula, so this is equivalent to, okay, so we have the number of conductors multiplied with the change in flux with respect to the time. Okay, so kasi the flux changes upon the change also of time. Okay, so yung N po natin, so this is the number of conductors. Okay, so ito, alam na po natin yan. So that is the flux. It must be in Weber. So take note. So pag yan ay naka-Maxwell or line, okay, so dapat convert po natin into Weber. Okay, and then itong dt, so that is the change in time. Okay, so know that the time must be in its second equivalent. Okay, sige, let's solve that one. So from here, the average voltage now. Sabi niya dito, so a moving conductor, so therefore, our N is 1. Okay, so this is equivalent to 1 times the change in flux. Okay, wala po siyang binigay na initial value, so we will assume 0. Okay, parang sa mechanics, okay, pag at rest, diba, we will assume 0, yung initial. Okay, minus 0, so divided by, or parang sa electrostatics, pag uncharged, we will assume 0. Okay, so ito po ay naka-Maxwell. So sabi natin kanina, in our formula, so our flux must be in Weber. Okay, so tinuro po sa inyo, so times 10 to the negative 8. Okay, so Weber in 1 Maxwells. Okay, so that is our answer. And Weber, tapos ito ay second. Okay, so kasi pag di mo yan kinonvert, so obviously naman, no, meron tayong background sa EE. Okay, so isang conductor lang, tapos ganyan, DC pa yan, 100 megavolts. So it is not possible. Okay, unrealistic. Okay, so dapat yung flux natin naka-Weber. Answer there is 1 volt. Okay, that should be letter A. Yan. Okay, so nga pala, so yung output po natin, tatandaan sa generator po natin, hindi siya pure DC, but rather it is a pulsating DC. Pulsating DC. Kasi ibig sabihin, hindi po siya purong DC. Kaya may waveform pa rin po yan. Okay, pulsating DC. Yan, so alam natin to, yung gamit nito, di ba? In case of power outage, so lalo na sa mga industrial or commercial na mga building, ganyan. So, meron tayong generator. Okay, next one, number 6. Okay, so an 8-pole DC machine has a simplex wavewound armature with a current rating of 110 amperes. Determine the current per path. Okay, so from the unknown itself, so malalaman po natin yung formula, no? Ayan, current per path. So, ibig sabihin, so current is I, and then the number of paths, A. Okay, so yan po yung hinahanap natin. Okay, so therefore, so inspect lang natin kung anong type. So we have a simplex, simplex waveform. Okay, so therefore, our multiplicity or our A is equivalent to, okay, so the formula of 2 times multiplicity. Okay? Ayan, so ibig sabihin, panggulo lang po yung number of poles. Answer there is 55 amperes. Yes, ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina na, so kung malito ka, let's say, ang nabasa mo ay wave or napagbaliktaran mo yung formula. Okay, so ang naisip mo yung wave winding ay multiplicity, 1 times the number of pole, 8. So yung pipiliin mo dyan ay, not 10, must be 110. 13.75, so meron din po sa choices. Okay, so kaya make sure na tama po yung ginagamit yung formula. Parang naman yung isang problem natin or yung isang point. Okay, so answer there is letter C. Okay, so yan, kindly take note of that. Okay, sige, let's proceed on number 7. So still, wala pa po tayong circuit analysis dito. So later on na lang po yun. Pag meron na tayong mga generated EMFs.